What's up, everybody? We're looking at the price of Theta right now, and it looks to me like we're flagging out. And this is a good thing because I like seeing flags, because flags are where things consolidate bullishly, right? Obviously, it could be bearishly if it's a bear flag, but in this case, we have some type of bull flag. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're flagging out. That's exactly what we want to see. And we want to continue pushing back up in this range here. So we'll see how that plays out. Other than that, nothing really has changed. What I would say is that this thing could be a little bit more complex. For example, we have, this move down. We can have some type of B wave, so A, B, C, or even some kind of C wave like that. But look at that, we're actually pumping right now pretty nicely. So we could also say that, we have, like, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have 3 up, right? And then potentially 3 down. Or actually, it would make more sense if it was 3 down and then 3 up. We have some kind of flat here, and then you have 3 down. So, and then this is a 1, 2, and then maybe we can start to get going here. Other than that, right, we're just looking at a regular ABC. So 5, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 3, 5. So either way, I think, it's gonna perform well. We just have to wait and see. I mean, obviously, you can see we're consolidating in here. We got a bullish 2-hour candle. It would be nice to see it closing above 273. So that's the area to look for right there. You can see an order block, an order block, an order block, right? So if we can get this to, you can also say you have a little bit of a shoulder, you have a head, and you have a shoulder. You have an inverse head and shoulders potentially. So if we can get up here and sort of butt, and then break it, that would be a good thing. So other than that, we have 3 waves down, right? We have an impulse. We have a 3-wave pullback. We want to get a 1. We want to flag out, and we want to continue higher. If that's not the case, then this is 3 down. We're going to get 3 up, and then we're going to get 3 back down, and then continue higher. So it's all about what happens in this area, and that's what we're going to track. Don't need the bigger time frames because we know what's already going on. BOME, same thing with BOME. Look at that. We pumped to the upside, and now we're flagging out. We want to break that flag, right? We don't want this flag to get down, 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 down. It's going to be too much, and then sometimes it just breaks, right? So we don't want bottlenecking. We want flagging. It's not the best looking flag. The reason why is because you do have a little bit of this in here. Looks like bottlenecking. So you have 3, and then you're kind of boom, 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 boom. So there's a possibility you could come down and take that out, right? And be kind of like a 1, 2, 3, or a 3, and then a 4, and then a 5. Right, and then some type of A, B, C, and then continue later. Other than that, I mean, there's no sense of trying to figure that until we get some kind of break here, because I want to see if we can get above this downward resistance line. And let me me see here. If we connect, so from here, you can see we're still underneath it. So then when we zoom in, yeah, it's still very, very corrective. You can see it's just moving in threes, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So probably 1, 2, 3 again. And if we can make a bottom in here, maybe we could break it. But until then, it's just, kind of waiting and seeing. We're coming up on the weekend. Sometimes Saturdays, it's a hit and a miss. Sometimes you get big volatility. Sometimes it's kind of boring. Sundays, they, usually kind of get a sell-off. So it'd be nice to pump first, get back up here, quickly, and then sell off, like on Sunday, right? So we could get a stronger weekly close. The weekly candle, I mean, obviously doesn't look that good at all. You got a bearish engulfing candle on the weekly chart, but you did make a higher low, which is important. So there you go. We're still on that trend line. We're still respecting it. So I think obviously this week was pretty bearish. So I would imagine next week either be sort of more consolidating or at least a retrace. Because this, let's take a look at some more charts here. Now, dog looks actually pretty bullish. This one's definitely a leader compared to BOME, but I still think they'll both do pretty well. I mean, to me, the weekly chart, we got a bullish hammer candle, right? We broke out, we tagged the all-time high, we came back, we retested this little zone in here. So as long as we stay above that zone, I see further continuation. If we zoom in to the 2-hour chart, you could, see, here's the thing. You could say that that this is finished, meaning this is A, this is B, right? And then you have a diag, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like the look of it, but you could say that. That's the bearish look. And if that's the case, then this trend's gonna break and we're gonna have to come down in 3. And it could last a little while. The reason why is because, well, no, I have to take that. Well, see, I was gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we finished, right? But if you look, this here actually broke the low, right? So it can't be a 1, 2 because this broke the low. But we can say that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it's definitely challenging right now, to say the least. So it's all about tracking the small time frames. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And we got a pretty big impulse here, and now we're we're just kind of flagging out. So it kind of, to me, looks like a WXYXZ. But if we come down and break the low again, then it's not going to look as nice, but it would probably be some kind of flat. So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then ABC, and then another 5 down, and then continue. So it's not really clear. Obviously, we're dumping right now. Look at that. Let me go back to Theta here. Yeah, see, Theta on the small time frames isn't cool, isn't really dumping. It's actually, you know, flagging out on this particular wave here. So, all right, so XRP, let's take a look. Let's zoom out. Here's XRP. Obviously, we've been talking about it, right? We know what it is, or we suspect we know what it is, right? We got our impulse, we got a 3-way pullback. And then the options are from here, this is a 1-2, and we're going to continue rampaging. Or this is going to be some kind of B wave, and then we're going to get or an X wave, and then we're going to get a Y. So W, X, Y, and then continue. So that's really the two options that I'm seeing right now. Obviously, you have one more, which is W, X, Y, X, Z. But if the way this came up, it looks like it wants to take the high. And if it doesn't, then that count could be in play. So let's look at the small time frames. So as far as the small time frames go, I mean, we got an impulse, right? And then we have this big sort of 1, 2, 3 wave shape. So like a 1, that's a 2, and maybe this is another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get an A, B, C, 1, 2, and then we continue. Or we have 3 down, and then we have 3 up, and then we get sort of 3 down, but it just looks way too big. So it's kind of a tough one to say right now. I would like to see this come up and continue, but you know, obviously we have to see what happens up here, because we could just get an ABC and then continue. So it's really, we're in a tough spot. We gotta wait. We gotta allow some time to pass and get a clear picture. So anyways, it'll be a quick one today. That'll do it for this video. Hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.